Hey guys, this is Matti and I'm here to talk about week 6 of my progress so far. Week 6 has been a pretty eventful one. I've encountered some problems at the start because, I thought like I was some kind of pro already, and instead of playing 6 tables like I usually do when I have like where I can see, I have the 6 tables all on my screen and I can watch the action and learn from everybody's moves. I was playing, I thought to myself, if I play more tables, I can get more volume and more money in. So I started playing like in between 6 and 12 tables, I think. And I put like the menu bar of the next table like right below and to the right of the last table. So I could only watch one table at a time, and the action was going so fast that I couldn't really follow and learn from Eddie's tendencies. And that was bad. At the start of the week, I was not making any profits, and it was influencing my play because I was letting my emotions come into play again, and that was really bad. So after like a few days of trying this, I was like, this is not working. I'm still a noob, so I need to learn more, and I'm not learning anything like this. So I decided to go back to the start and play 6 tables again, watching everybody's moves, taking notes, and just it's way better for learning. So and it showed in my results as well. Until one moment where I started losing some important pots, and then I started letting my emotions get back into play. That was yesterday, I think. Um, so I took a break for like an hour and a half. Wait, I'll go to the graph to show you guys. That's easier. So, alright, so this was the start of the week here. And I think this is the part where I think this is the part where I was playing like up to 12 tables. As you can see, the line just went downwards. It was pretty bad. I was making mistakes left and right. It was not good. But then afterwards, this is the point where I decided to play 6 tables again, and I went straight up. That was really good because I was paying a lot of attention to every table. I was doing really well, and here I lost some important pots, and then it just went down again. And here is where I took, I think, somewhere around here was where I took the break yesterday, and I was watching some, I think it was NL 10K tables or something. Yeah, I think there was an NL 10K table running on PokerStars, and I was just watching that and looking at the pots and seeing what those people did, and I was like, shit, get me in there. So I decided to focus on the goals again, and that's the moment where I realized you cannot let emotions get into play, that influence your play, and I just started focusing again. Like I had dinner and I got back into it with a fresh mindset, and that's the result here up till here from yesterday. So I need to just keep that in mind. Like, do not let my emotions influence play. Just play purely on logic and math, and I will be fine. So this is not the only profit I had, because I think this week I banked like two 25 euros cash rebates. So this is like plus 50, I guess. Went pretty well. So what else? That's about it for the graph, I guess. Made some nice profits. You'll see why this is only at 5, by the way, in a second. Right, so let's get into the hands then for this week, because I've got quite a few, I think. All right, yeah, this first one is this is we'll just run through the hand first. Guy raises. This is one we 3-bet fold, so we 3-bet, and cut off calls. We flop top pair, so he checks. I bet he calls. So like right now, I should be thinking, what hands does he call my 3-bet with that call me on this flop? Like, I should be pretty much tens plus, like up till like queens or something, because kings and aces would 4-bet. And maybe the occasional ace king that calls me here. Now, okay, so it's a 4, so this is a total blank here. Villain checks again. I bet again since we have top pair. And villain shoves. Like right here, what I should be thinking is which hands do I beat here? Like which hands I call a 3-bet, then call my c-bet and call my turn c-bet again. Which hands do I beat? Like absolutely zero, unless he's going crazy with ace king, and which I've seen people do actually, but still, this is not ace king here. What do I do? Yes, this was during the emotional time, I think. Well, I'm pretty sure. I don't think, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and we get lucky on the river. Well, better lucky than good, I guess. That was like when I won this pot, I felt really bad winning this pot actually, because I had to think about like what the hell. This is just dumb. This was just really dumb. Nothing more to say. No, should have never called the raise there. All right, so you're not supposed to see that yet. All right, so this is an interesting one. This is one where we where I learned a lot about pot odds as well. Some guy raises. I call with ace queen suited on the button. Like I'm in position, so it's a nice hand to see a flop with. Some guy, the small blind, he 3-bets, and we have 2 callers. Big blind cold calls, and the MP player calls as well. So I'm like, I have a suited ace here, and I'm getting like 4.20, 420 to 1. So I decide to call here and see a flop. Flop comes 2 spades, which is pretty nice. And the guy bets out. The 3-better in the small blind bets out. So villain in the big blind cold calls again. Right, so I'm pretty sure these 2 guys have an overpair here. I don't know which overpair. I'm suspecting like this guy. This guy is a 3-better, so I'm thinking like aces kings. This guy has like jacks 10s or something. But I'm getting a 3.7 to 1 here, so I decide to call here. Like you could merit a re-raise here. Like there's so much money in the pot. Like I think the best play here is to just put it in. Like we have so many outs to the nut. Well, we have so many outs to the nuts, and an ace might still be good if it's like kings and jacks or something. So the best play here would be to shove, I think. But anyway, he decided otherwise, so I decided to call. Next card is a 5. Guy goes all in. Guy calls. Now I'm getting 4.6 to 1, so I need to have 18% to make this a profitable call. And I didn't know if I had 18%, but we'll see that in a second. So I decide to call. Yeah, we miss, of course. But anyway, this is a really nice spot to learn about pot odds again. So wait, let's see, which hand was it? This one. So let's see, on the flop we get how much? We need to have 21% on the flop. So we have on the flop we have 34.5%, which makes that a profitable call, which is good. Then on the turn we need to have 18%, and the turn is a 5 of clubs. Let's go. Where are we? Here we go. So the turn is a 5 of clubs. We need to have 18%. We have 19%. So that's, looking at the rake, that might be a bad call. But it's a really close one. So pretty interesting. But I still think the best play would be to just put it in on the river, on the flop. I mean. Anyway, so yeah, it turns out the cold caller guy had aces, and that guy had the 3-better guy at tens, which really surprised me. But yeah, that was a really interesting pot for to learn about odds again. That was good. All right, so this one can go. Yeah, this one. My guy calls on the button. I put a raise in because I have ace king. The calls with flop top pair. Top pair, top kicker. So I lead out. And the villain calls, so he has like a king or a jack or whatever. Now I make a bet again, and he decides to min raise. So the 3 is pretty much a blank, I think, because I don't think he would be calling. Well, you never know, but I don't think he would be calling with pocket 3s. Maybe like king 3 because he has a VPIP of 58. But like I was pretty sure he had king jack here. So since I'm learning about implied odds as well, I thought about folding here, but I decided to call and see if learn afterwards if I had the implied odds or not to call, because I'm pretty sure if he has king jack we're looking for 3 outs, so that's not that much. But of course we get lucky again, and I check, he bets and I put him all in and he calls. And he does have king jack, but now it turns out that I did not have the implied odds here to make this call, because on the turn I have like 3 outs, which means I have like 14 to 1 or something to hit my ace. And making the calculation, I had to win like, what was it, 735 I think. I had to win 735 more on the river. To make this call here profitable. Like you see, I cannot win $7 more, so that was bad. But anyway, it's really nice to think about that as well. Just the more you know, I guess the more you know. This was a mistake and I got lucky, but yeah, better lucky than good. And like by doing this, I'm getting good because now I know. So that's pretty nice. Right, next one. What was this one? Well, we raise ace jack suited under the gun. One guy got. Oh yeah, this is something where I'll just talk over the hand first. We c-bet because we have top pair. This guy calls. Queen comes off. C-bet again because we have top pair. Like now, this is a spot where if this guy was a reg and not like a 39 VPIP 0 pre-flop raise guy, this is a spot where I would check fold because the flush gets there. But because this guy is like a party 0 player, like he's like a calling station, and he probably calls me with any ace here. So I decided, since he doesn't have a full stack, I decided to value bet for his last $1.11, which is a play I would not make against a reg, but yeah, this guy, I would value bet this guy easily here. And he calls, and he shows up with ace-9, so yeah, they can have like ace-king or something here, but I think it's, in the long run, he would call me with like every ace-8, ace-6, ace-5, ace-deuce even. So in the long run, I think against this type of player, we're making money by making this value bet here. Yep. Right. So next hand, we have ace jack in the big blind. Let's see what happens here, because I don't really know what this hand was. Button raises. I call. Flop comes ace king 4 flush draw. Check. Guy bets half pot, so I call. Oh yeah, 2 pair. Oh yeah, I remember now. Now this is a spot where I'm not sure if I should have raised. It could have ace king here, but I'm pretty sure my ace jack is in front here. So I check and he bets 3/4. So I'm not sure here. I think I should have raised here, especially against the guy with these stats. He's like, these guys are always pretty dumb. Like even with 18 hands, if he has like a 50 VPIP and then only an 18 preflop raise, it's most likely an idiot. So yeah, deuce comes in, which completes a straight, which he's not gonna have ever here. So I think his range is like ace X. Like especially when betting half pot here, he's like ace X. Yeah, that's probably it. His range is ace X, could be ace king, could be ace 4, could be ace random, whatever. That's probably it. So maybe a busted flush draw even. But I think I should have raised like on the turn or on the river here. Like there's a straight that came in on the higher side as well, but I don't see him have it that often here. So I just call and he turns up with ace 4, which was 2 pairs. So I should have raised somewhere because I could have had that $2 as well that he had left. Yeah, I think that's yeah, I think that was a mistake here. Should have raised at least the turn or the river. Right, so we have ace jack again. This is another, I think this is a hand where I'm a bit stupid. I'll raise under the gun. This film calls. Wait, is this a hand where I'm being stupid? I can't remember. Alright, so we make a c-bet because we hit top pair. 3 comes out, blank, blank, blank. All the other cards are blank, so I think he has ace 6. Oh yeah, this is a hand where I'm being stupid. So we bet again because we have top pair. Now this is a bit of a nit, this guy. So I'm supposed to check fold here, and I was planning to check fold here. So I checked and he shoves. Like, this looked so, well, I was so confused here that I leveled myself and I was like, what the hell do you shove here? Like, do you really have like ace 4, ace 7, ace 3, ace 9? Or are you just trying to bluff me off like a higher kicker than you? And I make the call, which was really dumb. I should have just check folded like I was planning to, but this overbet tricked me into calling, and I had ace queen. I don't see why I would ever shove ace queen on this board. Like, I can understand the value of it, but like full pot over shove. It was confusing. It was bad. Anyway, I expected him to have either like ace 7, ace 9, or nothing really. But he had ace queen. It was weird. So yeah, that was a dumb call again. Nothing else to say about that one. Here we get this is we get pocket 5s, raise in the cutoff. Guy calls, we hit a set, so he bets out. So this dong bet, like the idiot's dong bet, this usually means he has a flush draw. Like in my experience, they mostly have flush draws here. Like sometimes they do this with top pair as well, but they usually have a flush draw. So I decided to raise on the smaller side. I should have put in like at least 60 here, I think. He calls. That's pretty much a blank unless he has 7-8, but I don't think he would donk 7-8 here. These types of fish aren't really that sophisticated. He checks. I bet big. Should have bet bigger again. He calls and he donks for $2 on the river. Like this, I've seen this so many times. Like this screams flush to me, and I still call because I have a set. That's something I still need to learn. This is $2 I could and should have saved. Yep. As expected. He had a flush. Right. Oh yeah, this is another interesting spot where I figured, like, right, I'll just talk over the hand first. We got a razor in the MP, caller in the cutoff. I call with 8s, and the big blind calls as well. We flop a set, but the board is really connected, so there's a flush draw out there, and there's a possible straight already because we use 7, 8, 9. So I check to the razor. One guy bets donks 5 cents. This guy raises pot, this guy raises again. So I'm like, okay, I have a set. I'm expecting at least one of these two to have a straight. And he probably has nothing looking at his stats. So I decided to just raise, re-raise. I decided to just put the money in here. And the two guys call. That's not a good card for me. And that's not a good card for me either. So it turns out they both had a straight. But if we put this into Equilab on the flop here, I had 8s. Two guys have Jack 10. It turns out we actually have the most equity of all three here because they're splitting anyway. So that was actually a profitable shove, which is something I didn't know. That was really nice. I thought I was like at least slightly behind, but odds were there for me to shove anyway. But turns out we actually had the most chance of actually winning the hand, which was really interesting. So it's like an auto shove even on a 3 connected board with a raise and a re-raise. That's good to know. Good to know. Could have been against 9s as well. 9s would have been pretty obnoxious because that drops our equity pretty hard, I think. Yeah, if you're putting like 9-9 here, yeah, rip our equity. As expected, but against the 2 straights, it was actually a profitable call. Well, a profitable shove, which was nice. Yeah, I think this is last hand. Alright, last one. Yeah, good if you stuck with me till here. Right, so guy in the MP raises. I call him with ace queen off. Big blind calls as well. Flop top pair and a nut flush draw. Guy checks, other guy bets. So I call 3 ways here. We turn a nut flush and a royal draw. Guy checks to me, so I bet. Should have bet bigger again here. This is a bit too small, I think. And he calls. Like right here. Like I was thinking like maybe he has the king high flush or something, or maybe he has like a 9-9-9 with the 9 of clubs or something. I don't know. The board pairs. Villain checks. I bet big again. Villain shoves. Like right here, this should scream full house. Like he's just. There's no way in hell he would raise the king of clubs on when the board pairs. That's if he had the king of clubs and he would have raised it, he would have raised it over here. So this should be a pretty easy fold again, I think. But yeah, I just I just can't fold a nut flush here. I don't know what it is, but like I know like right here I'm thinking like he definitely has like a set of 10s, even a set of 3s, or a set of queens, or a set of jacks. And when the board pairs, like this is a full house. And then I click call. I don't know why, but I just can't control it. Like this should be an easy fold, I think. When the board pairs, and yeah, he had a set of 10s. Huh. So stuff to learn from, I guess. Alright. Anyway. That's not the right one. Alright, anyway, that's it for this video. I think it was a bit of a longer one because I'm talking for quite long here. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, if you have any comments on the hands or anything else, please do share, because I would like to know. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.